Hey friends, good afternoon. I am Jenny with Roots and Wings Furniture, where I'm helping you transform your house into a home one project at a time. If you are watching on replay, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy you are here. Please feel free to comment even on the replay if you have any questions. I would love to say hi to you and answer any questions that you might have. So for all of you joining me live this afternoon, good afternoon. Hopefully you are doing well. Please say hi as you're jumping on. I would love to see who's watching today. So I thought, if you've been with me for a while, you know back in, what was it, like November, we did 30 days of live painting, and y'all, that just about killed me. It was a whole lot of work, but it was super fun to hang out every day. So what I thought we would do is do a 7-day like mini live crash course, because we are I'm leading up to the Kinsey Vintage Market. I am only going to do 2 markets this year, and the first one is coming up here May 4th, 5th, and 6th. So I've only got 2 weeks here to finish up all my projects, and I thought I would just bring you guys along for the ride. I'm going to go live, planning to go live every day for the next 7 days to finish up furniture projects that I've got going on and a few other things I'm taking to the market. So I thought we could hang out, and you guys can ask questions, and we can just chill and do our projects together. So, hello Karen, how are you? Hi Connie, how's it going this afternoon? It is a beautiful Monday here in Western PA. We have, spring has come late this year, but it is finally here. So I'm hoping to be able to be outside working a lot. So, we've got sunshine in the background, and today we're working on a steamer trunk. We've done a steamer trunk before live. If you go back to the video section on my Facebook page, you can see how I refinish the outside of a steamer trunk. Today we're going to work on the inside. So let me show you one way that I like to refinish the inside of a trunk. This trunk is, let me show you what I've done so far to the outside. So the outside is almost done, just except for a few little touch-up things. I took off all of the old canvas, refinished and oiled the wood, and then painted all of the metal. So I covered up all the rusty metal, painted it black so it really pops against the wood. This piece, this is the first time I've ever made one of these into a coffee table. I put little legs, I know you can't see, but there's little legs on the bottom of this. So it's the perfect height now for a coffee table. It's a pretty big trunk, and honestly it was in terrible shape, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Here's the inside, which again is not bad for a steamer trunk. I think, you know, it's been through a lot. I've taken out as much of this fabric and paper as would come off easily. So what I want to do now is cover it with some new fabric and really give the inside just a beautiful, you know, a beautiful appearance, both inside and out, for whatever people want to keep in here. Usually people use blanket storage and stuff like that. This particular trunk does not have a bad smell to it. It's not musty. It doesn't have any odor that I've noticed. But I do want to seal in anything that could be there so it is safe for the next person that uses it. So not only are we going to put some new fabric in here, but what I'm going to use is Modge Podge, good old Modge Podge, because it helps seal in the wood, helps seal in any smells. Like I say, anything that might be there, Modge Podge will do it. So that's what I'm going to be using. This is like good old decoupage on the inside of a trunk, and I thought we would just hang out and do it together. So feel free to ask questions as we go. Here is tip number 1. When you're picking your fabric for something like this, pick something that's pretty neutral for one. This is a black patterned fabric, and I like it because it's got an all-over pattern. Stay away from things like stripes and a very obvious repeat of a pattern, because then you have to be really careful to line it up really well, to make it really smooth and straight, and we just don't, you know, you just don't need to worry about that. So this has got a great all-over pattern to it. It's very neutral in the black family. It'll match the outside. I don't feel like it's not really masculine, not feminine. It's just a good old fabric. I like to just use cotton, like quilting fabric, Not only is it pretty inexpensive, it's easy to work with on the inside of this, and then you can also just rip it for your straight lines, and the Mod Podge really holds it up really nice. So this is what we're going to use, and there's no real, there's like no real process to this. I just kind of cut and measure and stick it up there, and we just work on it as we go. So let's get started. Again, grab your Mod Podge. You'll use a good bit of Mod Podge, and then I just use a chip brush to put it on there. The other thing you'll need is something to smooth it out. So this is actually a Bondo plastic spreader, but just a like a wall knife, a plastic wall knife will work too. So let's get going here. Now you'll kind of make a mess with the Mod Podge, and that's okay because the entire inside of this trunk is going to be covered. So if you get any drips, you get it anywhere you don't like it, don't worry about it. I wish we could have Mod Podge in like a sprayer. We could just spray the whole thing on there instead of brushing it, and then it would go so much faster. But hang tight. It'll start coming together here real nice and quick. The other thing you can do, the last trunk that I did, the inside, the interior of it, it wasn't fabric interior, it was paper, and it was in not bad shape. It wasn't really peeling off. I tried to kind of take it off a little bit, and it just would not come. So what I did was paint the inside of that trunk, and I feel like that worked out well too. Again, the paint will seal in any odors, any smells. It'll give it a nice, fresh, clean look. I prefer to do fabric. I just think it looks a little bit nicer, but paint is another great option if you've got a trunk that's just seen better days. The hardware on the outside of this trunk had a date stamped on it. 1892 was when the lock was patented. Doesn't mean the trunk was necessarily from 1892, but I think it is legitimately an old trunk. So I love to think about where these may have been, who may have owned it, what might have been inside. Hi Tina, how's it going? Has anyone worked on any projects lately? I would love to hear about them. Okay, there we go. So let's give this a try. Let's see if we've got enough to make it stick. Okay, we'll see. This is where you need like 15 hands all at the same time holding the fabric up here. And this is also also where you can really tell if this was a stripe or a pattern that I had to keep really straight. I would be driving myself nuts right now because I can tell I came over, you know, it's like not perfectly straight. When I've got this all together, you won't be able to tell. We'll cut pieces for each side and cover up any gaps. But like I say, just do yourself a favor and get yourself an all over fabric pattern. Don't drive yourself bananas, you know? Oh, Tina, yes, please share a before and after. I would love to see it. Did it turn out well? Are you happy with it? Tina said she chalk painted her couch. I want to see. Y'all, the last video I think we did together was chalk painting that ottoman. I have not completed it. The ottoman is finished, but the chair is not done. I just haven't been back to work on that project. So I want to see your couch because, girl, that's a big project. I want to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring this fabric down here onto this lip, and then I will cut it off right there. Depending on how the fabric sticks, I might do another layer of, sometimes I do Mod Podge on top of the fabric. That makes it a little bit shiny and kind of gives it a little bit of wipeability, which it can be nice for the inside of a trunk, again, depending on what you're going to store inside of it. So that's another option. This, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I think we'll see how it kind of, how it dries. If it's sticking well, you can see right here, it's going to probably need another layer on the top. So, oh, Tina, I know, kids and dogs, right? If only we could have a show house where no one was allowed in it, and then a real house that we lived in, right? I was thinking about that lately. I need to take some photographs. And it's so hard to keep it all clean and the way you want it, to like set it up and then take a picture, and I don't know, you know, it's just a lot of work. That's life, right? That's okay. All right, so we're gonna just do a little cut here in the corner. The beauty of the quilting fabric is just that we can rip it in a straight spot there. Let's move this back down. Okay, first piece done. Now, like I say, each of these little side pieces here are going to get their own strip of fabric. I like to do my big sections first to kind of make sure that I have enough fabric to get the big sections done, and then I'll come back in and do all the sides and the little pieces, and you can kind of piece it together when you're using the Mod Podge, and it doesn't have to be perfect again when it's all done. Let's work on the bottom here. So the bottom of this one, since I added legs to it, I also had to rebuild the bottom of this. I just put in new pine boards to the base of this that gives it more thickness for the legs to screw into, and just some stability to the base. So that's why this is like that. If I would have done cedar, I thought about doing cedar on the inside. I probably would have left the wood just all natural, but I had pine, so I just went with the pine. So we are going to go ahead and cover it with the fabric. So let's see. Just measure it, just kind of estimate it. Rip a section here. I usually buy, when I'm doing the inside of a trunk, about 3 yards of fabric. That is usually enough, usually some extra. I'm kind of notorious for buying too much fabric, but I would rather have too much than not enough, right? Whoops, did I measure that right? Must have done this side. What did I do? There we go. So about 3 yards will definitely do it for, you know, a standard size steamer trunk. Now, when you're working on a surface like this, y'all, we're just gonna pour and brush it around here. Whoops, got a big blob of Modge Podge. All right. And you just need a sharp pair of scissors, and you just really work with it. You know, we'll cut out the little edges here around this little guy, and you just make it work until it looks really nice and all cleaned up. There we go. Isn't that fun? What do y'all think? Hey Tasha, how's it going? Okay. Yes, Connie, you probably could use a spray adhesive. I have not tried that, but that's a great idea. My only fear would be the spray adhesive would have to be pretty sticky. I feel like the Modge Podge, you have to get enough on that it really holds it on there. And I almost like that it kind of comes through the fabric and literally like decoupages the fabric on there. If you're not using the Modge Podge though as the sealer that kind of seals in the wood, then I think a spray adhesive would be a great idea. I like to use the Modge Podge just because it is kind of acting as not only sealing in the wood, and again, in case there's any smells or odors, it helps with that, and then just like really gets that fabric on there. It's not permanent either. Like if you were to do this fabric and 10 years later you want to change it out, you can definitely take the fabric off. So it's not like we're, you know, making it one with the trunk or something. But yeah, that's a great idea. Good thing to try. So that's what I have for you all today. I need to run in the basement and get some more Mod Podge. But I'm just going to keep doing that. I wanted to show you how to do it. It's not hard. It's a great thing to do to update the inside of a trunk. Some of you might have a trunk at home that needs a little love on the inside, and this is how you can do it. So wanted to just show you that, but I'm so excited about this piece. So again, this will be coming with me to the Kinsey Vintage Market. If you are local to Pittsburgh, that is in Oakdale, Pennsylvania, May 4th, 5th, and 6th. And I am planning to be live every day the next 7 days to be finishing up furniture projects. So tomorrow I think we'll start working on a buffet. I've got a really pretty carved buffet I haven't touched yet, so I'm excited to get started on that. I think we'll do that tomorrow together. So I hope you all have a great day. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, can I show you guys one more thing? This is just a workshop tip. I used it on the trunk, but it's a little bit not related to the trunk. But let me show you guys this. Did you know, let's see if I can show you. Did you know that your shop vac, they make bags for the inside of your shop vac that looks like a vacuum bag? Hold on. I should show you on this side. It looks like a vacuum bag like this, and it will catch all of the dust. So when it's full, you take this thing out, just like your vacuum bag, and you throw that away. Did anyone know that that existed? I was cleaning out my shop vac, and I use it to hook up to my sander when I'm sanding inside. So I needed a new filter. I was online looking for that. And hello, they have like vacuum bags for your shop vac. Mind blown, no idea. In case you didn't know that, public service announcement, there you go. They make vacuum bags for your shop vac. So, blew my mind. Tina, love it. Yes, vanity drawers like that, the inside of drawers. You could really do this for just about anything. You know, Mod Podge is a great thing, and fabric is so pretty. It just adds a special little touch. So, love it. Love it, love it. Tina, send me a picture of your couch. I want to see. You guys, if you're working on anything awesome, send it my way. I would love to see what y'all are working on. Thanks so much for hanging out with me this afternoon, and we'll be back tomorrow for some more project fun. I know, Rebecca, right? I was like, maybe that's one of those things that everyone knows and I just figured out, but I'm trying to get my garage a little bit safer and a little bit better set up for both myself and little people like this. So that was something I learned and I thought I would share. So, all right, guys, have an awesome afternoon. We will see you tomorrow with some more fun. Bye, guys.